Part 2 of Introduction to Google Site. So yesterday we already have a look at Introduction to Google Site for part 1. So if you can remember, yesterday we already have a look at these two things, which is the features of Google Site and also how can you create a page and sub-page using your Google Site. So for today, we are going to continue to look at the other three parts of our learning outcome. How can you embed calendar so that people can view your Google Calendar, okay, inside your Google site itself, and then how can you add another collaborators, someone else that can edit your Google site together with you, and also how can you publish your site. So technically your Google site that you are working on, it will not be public, means that people will not be allowed to visit it yet until you publish your site. Only after you publish your site, people are able to visit your Google site. So if you remember yesterday, we already discussed a few features of Google Site. Today we are going to continue to have a look at YouTube Calendar and Map. So for YouTube, so everything here, YouTube Calendar and Map, you can find in Insert if you just scroll down. Here, if you just scroll down, so yesterday we already have a look at this one, and this one. So for today we are going to touch only this part, okay, this part. So if you just go down, then you will see YouTube Calendar and Map. So we are going to talk about YouTube first. So once you click on YouTube, so this box will pop up. Okay, this box will pop up. It allows you to search video from YouTube, and if you go to upload it, it will check a video from YouTube that you upload. Both of these options actually is still from YouTube. This one, video search, is for you to search for someone else's video or any video. But then if that video is your video, is uploaded into your channel in YouTube, you can just choose upload it, then it will give you all the list of video that you uploaded into your channel. So then just pick any video and select, and then that's it. The YouTube video will be added into your site. Next up is calendar. If you scroll down, you look for calendar, we are going to embed calendar. So here, as you can see, I have a few calendar share with me and also belongs to me. So you can choose that calendar, which is any calendar, belongs to you or belongs to someone else that share with you. So you just choose any of the calendar and choose insert. When you click on insert for the calendar, it will come out on your site. It will looks like this. Okay, looks like this. So people can just review your calendar without needs to open Google Calendar and view your agenda. What will be your plan for today? So you can just add this calendar into your site so that people can see. For example, here, if we are looking at my agenda, on the 29th here, you can see what is my plan for the day and what's my plan for Tuesday and the next other week. But you can change as well how it's going to looks like for your audience. If you click on the setting button, okay, after you embed your calendar, click on the settings button for your calendar. Here you can modify what you want to show to your audience. For example, you want to show the title, you want to show the date to your audience, you can control everything here. You just can turn off and turn on whatever button that you want to display to your visitor. Example here, I show my title. So the title, show title, is the title of my calendar. So my calendar title, if you remember right here, was my name. Okay, So the title here will be on the top here. So I choose yes, it will show me the title. Show dates. So if you do turn this off, your audience will not know the dates. Okay, so they will not show them these dates. And then if you have show time zone, if you want to show your time zone, let's say your audience, your visitor is not from Malaysia, so if you decide to put show time zone, at least they know this time zone. Okay, this time zone is KL time zone. And you also have the option to use viewer time zone. If you choose this one, use viewer time zone. Let's say your visitor is not from Malaysia, it's from Korea. So if you use visitor time zone, if they visit your website, this time will follow their time. Okay, it will be convert into their time, so it will be easier for them to know what time actually that thing is going to happen. It will not follow our time zone, it will follow our visitor time zone. And you can also view change the default mode. For example, here the view mode is agenda, so it's totally up to you. You can change here the default mode and then click done. So here is your calendar that you can embed into your Google site. You can control how can people actually view your Google Calendar straight from your Google site. Next up, you have map. So normally, if you visit any website that support that put their address, you will notice if you just click on the Google Maps, it will directly open up a Google Map. So you also can do that here. So normally this part people will put under the contact us section. Okay, if you notice under the contact us section, people will normally put a map because it will be a lot easier for their visitor. So you can do that as well. So if you put maps, you just enter your location here. Okay, you just enter your location here and then you just press select. So when people go into your site and they click on your Google Map, so they can know the distance between their current location and also how long it's going to take for them to reach you. Let me just find an example. So normally you will see in any other website that normally will put an address. And also if you go to either contact us about us, you can find um, all about the company. Let me remember. Here. Here's an example of we embed a Google Map into the website. So here you can see the current address, the company address. So when people just click here, click on the map, they can see the location of the company. So the same, if you have this Google Map embed, so it will help a lot of people just to view directly the location. So that's for the mapping. Yeah, I think I just saw there's questions. Let me just go to my Google Meet. Morning. Do Google site allow us to have custom username like blogger, or you mean URL? Yes. If you, I will show that during when the step to publish. Yes, you can. I will show that during the step of publishing. Okay. So that's the three things that you might want to consider to be placed in your Google site. You might want to put your calendar so that your visitor can quickly have a glance of how's your calendar is going to looks like. So next up, in the others, you can see if I scroll down just now, you can see doc, slide, sheets, forms, and chat. So technically, this thing just going to open up your Google Drive. So if you choose any of this in insert, if you just scroll down, you will find this document, slide, sheets, form, and chat. So if you click any of this, so here doc, slide, sheets, form, and chart, it will search in your Google Drive. It will open up your Google Drive. So all document type of file insert your Google Drive will appear. So you can just choose and insert the file into your Google site. So for example, here I choose form, and then here it will come out here form. Then I just pick any of the form, and after that I choose insert, and it will look something like this. So you can insert a form straight into your Google site, so that your visitor will not have to open up a new tab to fill up the form. So they can just fill up your form straight from your Google site that you provide them. Okay, so they can just fill up here straight and submit. That's it. They don't have to open up a new tab. Similar, if you insert any document, if your visitor have a edit access, okay, if you share a document, if your visitor have a edit access, that can also work straight onto that document. Now let's talk about footer. So as you know, footer is something that will stay at the bottom. So for example, here we also have a footer in my presentation. So if you notice on the bottom, on the bottom left, you can see copyright 2020 Souls 247. If I go to the previous page, you can also see that we put the footer copyright 2020 Souls 247. If I go to next, it will always be there. So it's similar concept with the footer. If you decide to put a footer, it will always be there. It will always be in your page. It will always be in your additional page, sub page. It will always be there. To add footer, so you just bring your cursor, down to the bottom of your Google site. Bring your cursor to the bottom of your Google site, and you can see add footer. So after that, you will see like a text box. Okay, it will looks like this. You will see a text box appear. This is going to be your footer. So you just type something, anything into the footer. So this is an example. Like I told you, if you have an additional page, your footer will always be there. So here my footer, all right reserved, Science of Life System, 24/7 Sendian Berhad. So then when I just put on the bottom here, this is home page. If I go to page 1, my footer will still be there. So I will still also see the all right reserved Science of Life Studies. If I go to my page 2 here, I will also see the same thing, all right reserved Science of Life Studies as well. So your footer, like I said, it will stay there. So if your let's say it doesn't have to be a all right reserved a copyright, it can also be your contact number. So that doesn't matter if your visitor is on page 2 on another sub page, they can always see your contact details on the bottom of your Google site. So that's it, how footer work. You can use it. So let's just go here. So just an example, if our website, so it will always be on the bottom as well. So if just scroll down, it will always be on the bottom left. It will always be there. So that's how footer works. Next up, like I told you, we can work on Google site together. Similar like Google other product like Google Document, Google Sheets, you can have more than one collaborators. Mean that you can have your colleague, your friend, your siblings if you wish to develop a Google site together. So you can add collaborators to work together with you to edit the site. So to add collaborators, you can click on on this share with others button. It will be on the top. Okay, it will be on the top. So you are looking for this share button. Click on that share with others button, and then you can just continue key in that person email address. Okay, click that person email address, and then for the sharing, for your information, there's two type of sharing. One is the editor, one is a publish viewer. Okay, when you go ahead and choose editor, means that that person can edit your Google site. If you choose publish viewer, so that only after you publish your Google site, that person can only view your site. Okay, there's two types, editor and publish viewer. So editor can edit the file, publish viewer can only see your finished Google site. They will not be able to see it until you publish your Google site. So just enter the email address and click on send. You can also share the link. Okay, you can also share the link. This one, you can also share the link. So you can just copy the link and then share the link, and then that's it. You can click on done. You can just share the link with others. Let's say you are like how I'm sharing my survey form at the end of the session. You can do the same. You can copy the link and just give it to others so they just can go ahead and go to the link and have a look at your Google site. Okay, so this is the next step, which is to publish your site. Remember, your site will not available to public until you publish your site. Okay, so means that before you publish is still a draft. It's only for you and your collaborators to work on it. Okay, so don't worry if you still if the site is not ready yet, so you don't have to publish it. You only need to publish it once it's ready. So now this is the step how to make it available to the public. Okay, so you need to click on the publish button on your right here. You will see publish. To start publishing your site to others, okay, click on publish. So here, like I believe there's a question regarding the URL. Okay, so here, this one http sites.google.com, it's compulsory. It will always be there. But what you can do, you can just customize the end of the URL. You can customize the end of the URL. So here, and then you can also control who can actually view your published site. Here you have manage, and then you can control who can actually view your Google site. Here manage. Later on I will show you for this part, for the publishing part. Don't worry. Okay, so here just give it a name, and then you can see if there's a tick, means that that link is available for you. Okay, if there's a tick, means that that URL is available. Else you need to keep searching and trying for another name. Okay, and then you just click on publish. So after you click on publish, that means your website is ready and people can visit using the URL that you provide them. Remember, so this part we need to copy the link here. Copy the link here, and then you just share it with others. Here you publish your site, and then you can manage who can actually visit your site, and then just click on publish. Let's say you want to fix your site. Okay, let's say you want to fix your site. What you can do, you can unpublish. Okay, when you choose unpublish, that means it's going to become a draft again, and people are unable to visit your Google site. Okay, you can do this by clicking on this. This button will only appear after you publish. Let's show you here. Beside publish, you will not see the drop down button, but only after you publish your site, this drop down button will appear. So if you click on the drop down button right here, you have option to unpublish your site. Go ahead and click on unpublish if you wish to unpublish your site now. And here it will say unpublished site. So this site will no longer be live, so that people cannot go ahead and visit your site. So you just said got it, and then that's it. It will not become available to public anymore. So now let's go ahead and publish our site. Okay, so even though during the preview, so this is how it's going to look like for your visitor. So let's say you're already happy with your site and you decide to publish your site. So go ahead and click on publish here. So here you can choose your web address. Like I told you, you can choose DN. Okay, the end of the web address, the sites.google.com, it will be there. Okay, it's sites.google.com, it will always be there. You can just control at the end here, the URL right here. And then here you have option who can view my site. So here, because we are using a domain, it will come out like this. But then you can go ahead and choose manage. Here you can change. Okay, when you change the link, you can decide who can view your published site and who can view your draft. So on the top here, draft. Draft normally we put restricted, means that only the people that you shared with will be able to edit your and view your Google site. On the bottom here you see published site. So who can actually view my published site? So let's say here by default, because we are using the domain, it will come out like that. So you have option to make it public or restricted. If you remember, when we invite collaborator, you have two options. They can become a editor, someone who can edit your site, or they can be your publish viewer. Okay, publish viewer. So let's say you are already invite a few people, but the option is to be publish viewer. So go ahead and choose restricted. That's mean only the people that you invite to view your Google site can view your Google site once it's be published. Once it's published, okay. Only the people that you invited can view your Google site once it's ready. If you choose a restricted, and then if you choose public, and then that's it. Your site means that your site is available for everybody that have the link. Just click done for now here. So here, remember you can click on manage to control that. So go ahead and choose publish. Okay, so your site has been published successfully. Let's just view. So this is my site. This is how actually, even if you go now, I just share with you. If you go now to the URL, you will be bring into this particular page. Okay, it will bring you here. There's nothing here, it's empty. Okay, so everything you need, if you go to publish settings, you can control again. Okay, you can control again, whoever can change it. So here, remember, share with others. Let's just go back here, share with others. Okay, key in any email address. Remember, you have two options, editor and publish viewer. So if your site is it's only for small group of people. Let's say this is a secret Google site. Let's say it's a secret Google site. So you can choose a publish viewer and invite doesn't matter how many person that actually can, let's say I invited these three, okay, I invited three of my colleagues to be a published viewer. Means that only these people can visit my site. Okay, so if you choose publish viewer, means that only these people can actually visit my publish site. If you choose editor, so there three of them can edit directly my Google site. So there's a two settings control here. If I go to the links now, if you go to the links, so just click on change. So here there's two options. So draft normally restricted. Okay, any only people who that I add and become an editor can edit my draft here. Okay, and down here is the most important part. Okay, who can actually view your published site. So you can choose either public or restricted. Again, restricted means that only the people that you invited can view your published site, or it's public. And after you publish, let's say I already published this, but then I'm not happy with it. Okay, I'm not happy with it, so you can unpublish. Unpublish doesn't mean that your page will be deleted. No, it just means that it will not available to public anymore. Okay, if you just click on the drop down, you have unpublish. Just click OK. So as you can see, there's no longer a drop down button right here. Okay, means that this site is not published yet, so it will not be available for others. It will not be available for others. Okay, for publish and also share with others, is there any question regarding publishing and also sharing your site with others? Remember, you can share with others to edit your site, or you can share with others just to become a viewer. Is there any question on that part? Okay, if that's clear, so now let's go ahead for the additional features. We just drink water first. So next up, let's talk about the theme. So actually your Google site, you can also play around with the theme. So if you notice, right here you have insert, pages, and also themes. Okay, and also themes. So here you can find choices of themes that you can apply. Once you choose any of the themes, it will also affect your additional pages. Let's say you have 10 pages. Okay, you change the theme, so the theme for the other pages will be affected. You can only choose one theme for your site. Okay, you cannot choose one theme for each pages. No, it's one theme per site. Okay, so here you can choose any of the theme. You can change the font style. You can also change the color. Next up, we are going to talk about section background. Okay, section background. So here I already insert my text box. Okay, in insert part, I insert my text box. And then if you bring your cursor, here, you can see this option will come out. You have section background, duplicate, and also delete. Okay, so section background, if you click on section background, you have option here, either regular, emphasize 1, emphasize 2, and images. So what is this section background? So it will looks like this. So if you normally it will be regular, so regular will looks like this. So this is a text box. So here you just click, you just type in any text. So emphasize, you can see like the background color of your text box, it will become a light gray. So it will looks like this. The background color of your text box, it will look like this. Emphasize to the background color of your box, it will become like a blue color. Or if you want to use an image as your background for your text, you can go ahead and choose image right here. So this is just become a background of your text. Okay, section background, here you can choose. By default it will be regular, uh, so it will like this. Okay, you can see like a transparent background at the back, and then you have emphasize 1, emphasize 2, and images. This is just if you want to change your background. So let's try it out. Insert, let's go on the bottom, text box, section background. So let's just type hello. Section background, I'm going to go ahead and emphasize 2. So like I told you, it will become blue color. So let me just preview it. So it will looks like this. So here is my text, and here is my section background, which is blue. So let's close this one. For the theme, remember you can choose any of this theme. Let's go ahead with this theme. You can change the color. Go ahead with green. Okay, you also have the font style, which is limited as well. So just pick any of this. When I say limited, the font style is only up to this option. Whatever option you can see, that's the only option. That you will not be able to add another font style. Okay, so that's the only option right here. Font style, you just choose. Here you have modern, and then you can play around with the color. So let's just go back here. Alright, so that's for the theme. Go ahead with the insert, and you can play around with the section background. So please bear in mind the section background also follow the color of the theme for the emphasize 2. Emphasize 2 will follow the color of the theme. So let's say here's the like a purple color. That's why you can see the emphasize change to purple. If I go ahead with the with green color, the emphasize for 2 will change it to the green color. So emphasize 1, it will just become light gray. So here standard, your background will be transparent. You can also use images as your background for your text as well. Okay, next up we are going to discuss about the settings. What actually you can do in the setting. So if you go to your settings, okay, if you go to your settings, so it will be beside the share button, settings. So here in the settings, you can change the navigation mode. Okay, navigation mode. Let's talk about the navigation mode first. So by default, it will be top. Okay, by default it will be top. So click on the settings. Okay, let's talk about the navigation part first. Settings, and then we go ahead with the navigation. And what this is mode and top. So actually the navigation settings, there's two options, top and side. This navigation is actually this thing. You remember you have, for this case I have 3 pages. I have home page, I have page 1, page 2. The navigation mode will be top. It will be display right here. Okay, it will be display right here on the top. Here is top. Okay, top mode. And then if I go ahead with the side mode, it will be on this side. Okay, it will show me this part, show sidebar, and then I need to click on that. Then only it will show me the other pages. Okay, the navigation will become like this. If you go ahead with the navigation mode top, it will be on the top. If you go ahead and choose here navigation side, okay, navigation mode is you choose side. Then if you people go visit your Google site, they need to click on here beside your Google site name. They need to click on show sidebar right here. Once they click on that, only the option will come out on the left side, and they can go ahead and choose whatever pages they want to go. So there is for navigation mode. Next up, color. Okay, color. So by default, it will be transparent. That's why you can see here, it's follow the color of your banner. Okay, by default it will be transparent, but then you can choose white, black. Okay, you can choose the other two, which is white and black. So this is transparent. By default it become transparent. If you choose white, now you can see this part, the navigation part will become white color. Okay, this one will become, so this is transparent. Now it's white color. Now it's black color. Okay, black color. So there's three only for the navigation: transparent, default, you have white color and black color. It will be like this. Next up, if you go ahead into the brand images. Okay, brand images, you can see for the brand images, you will see logo and fav icon. Okay, logo and fav icon. I will show you what is this two and where it's going to be. For the logo, let's say here I have my logo, fav icon. Actually, fav icon is this one. You will see in the beginning of any other pages that you visit. Okay, any other website that you visit, you will see an icon on the top and then followed by the name, right? Okay, so this thing is the fav icon that we are talking about. Okay, fav icon. So here Google Drive icon. Here is Google Slide icon, and then I have my Google site. This is Google site fav icon, which we can change. And then here is our source website, and we have our fav icon right here, which is our company logo. Okay, so that is what is fav icon. So here I have my logo. So logo can be any logo, and I have my fav icon. So here you have upload and select. Okay, you have upload and select. So select, it can be from your drive, or you can also Google search it. So here, since I already have my logo, so I just upload my logo. So your logo will be here beside your site name. So when people visit your Google site, they will see your logo and then followed by your site name. So this is how it's going to look like without logo. So without logo, so there's nothing beside demo right here. Okay, there's nothing beside demo. It's empty, but then with logo, it will looks like this. Okay, it will looks like this. So you can see your logo and then followed by your site name. So let's say my logo, and then here it will be demo. Okay, it will always be on the screen beside the site name, always. If you go to page 2, if you go to page 3, if you go to sub page, your logo will always be there. Okay, be there means like be on the top left. Fav icon, like I show you, it will change this one. Okay, this. Okay, like I show you just now, it will beside the name of your web page, it will be on the top right here. It will show you your logo and followed by the title name. So it looks like this. Alright, that is for the fav icon, and this is for your logo. Okay, this is for your logo. So this one, since I'm using the top white, so that's why you will see like this. And the reason why I decide to go ahead with the white one, because I see that when I choose transparent, my logo will, since my banner is in black color, so my logo doesn't really show. That's why I go with the white for the background for the navigation. So remember, this is my fav icon that I uploaded. Okay, this is the fav icon and this is my logo. Okay, any question for the fav icon and also for the logo that you want to ask? Someone is trying to join. I'm sorry, didn't deny. Okay. So here is the viewer tools. Again, it's from the settings, and then you have navigation, brand images, and viewer tools. Okay, you have viewer tools. So this one is more actually to help your viewer. Okay, it's like giving them a support. Okay, it's like more like a giving them a support. So right here, so here, okay, this is with a viewer. You can see a viewer tools right here on the top, sorry, on the bottom left of your Google site. You will be able to see this. Okay, this is actually for your visitor. Okay, this is more like a support. So here, when they click on that, so they can see here the details that you decide to show them. So here you can show page last updated time, for example, show page last updated time. I'll turn it on. So when your visitor bring their cursor there and click on that, they can see when was the last time the page was updated. For example, here page updated 19 hours ago. And then here they can click contact to contact me. Okay, show contact form. So here you just turn on show contact form, and then they will be able to contact you by clicking on this. Okay, this one is just more like a provide support for your visitor. A version history. So like any other Google product, they have a version history just to help you, just in case if you mistakenly do something or deleted something from your Google site and you want it back. Okay, you can go ahead to the version history to restore the previous version. So here, click on more. So it will be set publish here. Click on more in between setting and publish. Click more. Okay, click more, this three dot button, and click on version history. Okay, version history. So here you can see like the previous version, when was the last version, when was the last edit, who edit that version, what time was the edit. So if you go ahead and let's say this is the best version, I want it back. So you just click on restore this version, and then that's it. Your Google site will be restored back to this version. So that's for the version history. Let's say you accidentally you accidentally deleted something, so you can retrieve back the previous version by clicking on the three dot, go ahead with the version history, and then choose the best version and restore this version. Okay, any questions for Google site or anything that you want me to demo to you? Everybody okay so far? No questions? Alright, if there's no question, that's it for our class today. Thank you very much for joining.